G'day YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today I want to look at, actually before this tree, this is a trident maple that you've seen in my other videos where I've done some work on it in terms of repotting. It's really starting to develop nice, got this nice nabari starting to help it happen and develop. So what I want to do is, actually, I'm not sure if you can see it in the video because I know the sun's playing a bit of a shadowing role. But what I want to do before it bursts is just to apply a bit of wire on this tree. Now the reason I want to do that is it's starting to get, even though it's a nice kind of natural looking, I just wanted to place some branches in a better positions, because at the moment there's quite a bit of nice branching happening, but it's starting to intertwine into each other, and I want to give it some spacing. Now I'm not necessarily going to style it as a, I want to try and get a more natural looking style, which is starting to happen now, rather than a cookie cutter kind of triangular shape. But I want to try it's just about spacing the branches and allowing more light and giving different layers to the branches. Now once you do different layers, it looks more fuller, and it doesn't look like it's a left right left right left right back left right back kind of look. So we'll see how far we can get through. The weather's not really playing well. It's very breezy and windy today, so we'll see how we go with getting some of this tree done before, looks like maybe even rain coming later. But let's see what I want to do. So pretty much have my things ready on my wire, pretty much from 1.5 to maybe 4. I don't think I'll need anything more than 4. I don't think I'll even use 4 mil. Most likely will be I'll probably just be wiring the main ones and leaving the tips as they are, so they can look quite natural. So that's what I'm planning to do. And I'll see how we go and see what it comes up to. So here's a look at the tree at the moment. So it definitely needs a bit of TLC. Some interesting looking, funny looking branches over here, but we'll work on those. Some things I might clean up, remove. Some things I might bend extra to get into the right place and fill in certain gaps. Some of these branches, even though there's a big gap in here, so I might need to just drop a few just to fill that gap, just a little bit. See, just drop it a little bit, nothing too major. So you can see in this area, these are all starting to get twisted and really twisted on each other. So it's just a matter of spacing out a few, just spacing them out a little bit. And maybe different layer, one a little bit higher, one a little bit lower, one a little bit like that. Different levels. So again, once it fills out, it gives you a big canopy look. So that's what I'm planning on to do today. So I hope you guys hang in there and have a look. So I'll just take you through a little bit how I start. So I always start at the base, and I'll work my way up the tree. That's just how I do it. I think there's some quite logic around that. But yeah, let's start on so this first branch, for example, it's quite skinny and weak. I'm not sure even that will survive, but you know what? I'm just leaving it there. I'm not going to touch that one for now. I think that's okay, and it's right in the position it is. In this area, hopefully you can see how this branch goes kind of upwards, which is actually all right. It's not too bad. So you know what, could even leave that. It doesn't even need to be touched. It looks quite interesting and natural, so I might leave that one. And the branches are pretty much reasonably okay. So I just to make an assessment, would that be better just a little bit lower? Possibly, yeah. So you see I might apply one wire there, just to hold that, just to give it a bit more interest. But then, in here, it's very hard to show you, they're starting to overlap each other. One going underneath, one going above. So I would like to try and get a bit of wire and separate those out. So this is probably the only branch I'll probably wire on this tree, and I'll leave the rest as they are. I might have to anchor it to one of these branches, anchor the wire to one of these branches, and that's how I go about it. And just get it spread out. So that's the only issue there. So that's the first bit I would do, and then I keep going around, and then I've got this branch here. Now, this branch is a bit unusual. Like, it's kind of at the front, comes out the front, but goes to the right of the tree. Now, even though it starts at the front, it finishes more to the right. So it's not too bad. Like, I know it doesn't look good when it starts from the front, but if I remove that, it makes a huge hole, and I want to give it that big canopy look. So I'm thinking this has to be just a little bit moved to the right, because at the moment kind of pokes you in the face at the moment if you're here. So if I move it just slightly to that way, and this branch needs a lot of wire. I can see it already. It needs just to, once I do that, then I need to separate out all the other smaller branches and get that, happening. But I'm only going to wire the main branch. I won't wire all the twigs and so on. And I see some dead bits, so I might be taking them off. So lots of little dead bits, which happens. But yeah, so that one needs a bit of work. It needs to be wide out this way, and then spaced out all the branches. So that would be taking quite a bit of wire there. Keep working my way, and then I'm going to come to this beast over here. This is almost like a secondary trunk. I think I was initially wanting to do a secondary trunk here, but it never came about. So this has a lot of branches intertwining and so on. This is where I will go about setting my layers. Like I'll drop one down here, have one up here higher, spread them out, one up, one low, then maybe make a smaller one up here, just to give it that nice layered look. But with all those layers, it looks like one big deciduous tree. So that's the plan there. Lots of wire. These small ones that'll probably be wide away. Yeah, so because they intertwine so much, it needs to be wide out. And that's pretty much what I do throughout the whole tree. Now, you don't want to probably see me wiring this whole tree, and I shouldn't do a video on just wiring this. This will be a good, because I'm only wiring the main branches, I think estimation maybe 2 hours of work, maybe, just because I'm wiring all the main branches and going through and picking out, cutting off all the dead bits. So what I'll do is probably come back and just show you the result. If I do a speed run, what do you call those videos where you just, oh man, I can't even think at the moment, but yeah, if I just do a time-lapse video, it will probably take an hour of time-lapse, so let's not do that. Let's just, I'll just wire it up, and then I'll come and show you the result at the end. So yeah, I can see in this area here, it's really starting to come up, and then it's going up too high. I just need to drop it a little bit. So it just needs to be dropped a little bit down. At the moment it's there, it just needs to be dropped a little bit down, not too much, because I like the weeping up look, which is what it should be doing. It's just that's doing it too much. So just small tweaks like that. Different layers, different positions. Don't have one flat plane. Have one here, one here, one here, like different layers. That's what I'm trying to go for. So let's see let's see what the result looks like. So I'll be back, in an instant for you guys, but it'll be a few hours of work for me. All right, hope you enjoy it. Alright, so that was probably instant for you guys, but it was probably a good hour and a half took me to wire up most of this tree. So I'm not sure you can see with the background, but I think it looks much nicer now. I've just lowered some of the branches and then pushed them back up. It's kind of came out quite nicely. This branch, I didn't even have to actually wire the branch. I actually ended up doing a little guy wide down to the root, one of the roots down here, and pulled it back that way. So you can see it's gone. It's not too bad there in that position there, if you can see your front. So you can see I'm trying to do different levels. There's a level here, there's a level here, there's a level here, there's a level down here. Trying to do different levels throughout the tree. Again, a level here, a level here. Trying to do different levels. So I tried to, there wasn't much wire at the top because I really had to try and cut back some of the top because it got too heavy. Had quite thick twigs up the top, so there's more of a trim back. And then I've just wired the apex slightly forward and down. I just wanted to give it that, trying to bring that canopy down a bit. You could probably take that off and make it a bit more rounder. Just trying to round out that canopy a bit more. Just not sure how it comes out on the camera, so I'm trying to go that nice rounded canopy with that. And a lot of these are nicely wired out into different positions and shapes. But most what I'm trying to do is trying to get that outward growth of that, trying to go outward with the deciduous, without wiring. Like I haven't wired everything to do that. So you can see some of these branches in here haven't wired up, and they're still a bit small and young. So I just wanted to fill in this gap. There's a bit of a gap here, so I'm hoping something will fill in this gap, like this branch here. Eventually will fill in this gap. So there's a few gaps here and there, but nothing too bad. As you keep looking at the tree again and again, you see little branches out of place, so you just touch them up. It wasn't too difficult. One thing good about doing this when there's no leaves is obviously you can wire it very easily and not squish the leaves and so on. But also you find a lot of the dead twigs that have happened come about over winter. So there's quite a bit of little bits of dead twigs and stuff. You just break them off and pull them off, and that's it, and that's done. So yeah, not too much more to tell you about this. I think looks really nice now. It's starting to develop even more. So yeah, there's enough twigs on this tree to make this look like once this leaf's out, I'll do an update. But I think it'll be a very nice big canopy trident maple now. I'm trying to make the top a bit more rounder, trying to give it that more deciduous look rather than pointy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too hard, just keep working on your trees, people. All this is keep working on your trees, keep wiring, keep doing what you need to do. Have quite a few trees, that's my other thing, so you don't just pick on one tree the whole time and love it to death and work on it too much. But yeah, so I might take this along to, might take this along to the next club meeting if anyone's in Bonsai Northwest in Melbourne, just so you can see it in person. But yeah, it's a nice tree coming along really well. Happy with it. Trying to change the approach on it. Trying to make it more a deciduous like tree with the branches going upwards like this. You can see starting to happen quite well over here. I know I've got a few horizontal branches up in here, but I'm trying to train these bits to go back up. Not much I can do about the ones core right inside, but see some of these ones, you can see how they're starting to go upwards. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to teach these upwards. So initially, whilst it was very horizontally kind of branches, I'm trying to change that view. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed another video. Yeah, nothing wow here, but just keep working on your trees and keep wiring, keep styling, and keep getting your trees better and better. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. As always, if you haven't subscribed, and press the little bell icon so you can get notifications of new videos when I put them up. See you next time.